Good afternoon. Well, I had a couple of hours spare and I thought what better way to fill them than to come out just before sunset and have a good old countryside walk. So my walk started at the village of Sapperton at the Church of St Nicholas, an old church dating right the way back apparently to the 12th century. Next to it is a Grade 2 listed hall, and that hall itself dates back to the 16th century. We've had a lot of snow here in Lincolnshire and the snow has thawed. We've had quite a bit of rain as well. But temperatures are about freezing, and in the shadows this is happening. So have a look at this. Can I just add for viewers out there, and in particular maybe younger viewers, if anybody's watching, ice at this time of year, it's not to be trusted, especially over large expanses of water. You might see on the TV people going across ice and on TV shows and things like that, but it's just not worth it. I mean, this is just really, you know, a puddle on a field, but always helps to spread a bit of safety. I really rate my Meindl Meran waterproof boots. They're Gore-Tex, and they're the only boots that I've had that have been properly waterproof. I just trust them 100%. Before I bought them, I went through a phase of buying sort of mid-range boots, but they were never properly waterproof. You like them so much, Lou, you got yourself a pair, didn't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
But yours aren't the Merans, yours are the Meindl Perus.
Yeah.
A brilliant company. It's all a personal thing though, because some people might say actually, you know, they bought a pair and it didn't work out for them, but
a lot of people don't like big heavy leather boots, do they?
But they're brilliant in winter time, Lou.
Yeah, they are, they're perfect.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, the trend is sort of trail shoes at the moment, isn't it?
Or trail boots and trainer boots.
But
I like these.
in the winter time, there's nothing better than pulling on a big warm pair of winter boots. I love them.
They're not heavy, are they?
These aren't that heavy, no. I've got a review on the channel if it's of any interest to anyone. I'll put the link in the description. Looks like we've got some deer prints. We were really hoping to get out on a wild camp today, but there's been a lot of snow in the Peak District, which is fantastic. But I think we've hit it just a little bit too late because I think it's beginning to thaw out from what I've been told. So I didn't fancy a really muddy, slushy, wet through wild camp. It's nice when the snow's all powdery and fresh, but when it's on its way out, I'd probably rather not. That's a lovely route down there to Ropsley, if anybody wants to extend this route. Some nice paths down there. So it's about 3:15, sunset is about 4:10, and we're about halfway through the walk. We're just approaching the village of Braceby now. The church of St Margaret's dates back to the 13th century, so it's been here a long time, and a lot of the buildings in the village are from the 16th, 17th centuries. So Tudor times into the times of the English Civil War. I was watching a programme this morning actually about King Henry VIII and where his tomb ended up, and he was entombed in Windsor Castle, and in the part of Windsor Castle that he was later resting, there was also Jane Seymour, his third wife, one of Queen Anne's children, and also just to the side of King Henry VIII was Charles I. Apparently he was going to, King Henry VIII this is, he was going to build himself a majestic tomb to be later resting, but he never got to finish it. So yeah, that's where he ended up. got a spare few minutes, so we're going to go and sit on the bench in the centre of Braceby and have a coffee from the old flask. Now, I wonder if Lou's remembered her sit mat today. Have you got your sit mat?
Have.
Brilliant. That means I don't lose mine again. I was just saying, Lou, that cottage there really does have that, you know, the Christmas film The Holiday?
Pretty, isn't it?
Vibe about it.
Yeah.
Really lovely village. So we're just leaving Braceby, hoping to catch that golden sunset over in the west. So it's not quite the sky full of colour that I was hoping for, but there's still time yet. Sometimes the best colour you get from a sunset is after the sun has gone down, and that's sort of 15 to 20 minutes afterwards. Sunset is at 8 minutes past 4 today, and it's currently 2 minutes to 4, so we've still got another 10 minutes. Here she is. Did you finish your coffee?
Thank you.
I shot off just to see if I could catch this. The temperature's really dropped, isn't it, Lou? We've just arrived back in Sapperton, so that's the end of our walk for today. It's been a walk of about 3 miles, not too long, but definitely worthwhile. It's been good exercise, and it was nice to see that sunset. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again hopefully on a future video. So the light is fading and we're just about to enter Sapperton.
That's why I went up there.
Yeah.
I could see
I thought,
it.
where's Louise going? She's being the clever one. Anyway, let me do that again.